Hey everybody, welcome back to Durbin's Bourbon. I'm Joe.
And I'm Josh.
We have a special gift bourbon, that was given.
The best bourbon, really.
They are. A good friend of ours, Quinn, is an Air Force veteran.
Ooh,
I salute you, buddy.
you.
And him knowing I am a Navy veteran, let's just dispel this myth that's out there about vets of different branches.
They all hate each other, right?
There's the myth. We may poke fun at each other. We may belittle each other. We may say all the other branches different from our branch is the best and theirs suck and all that. It's all in good fun. We're all brothers and sisters in arms, and we all have signed on the dotted line at one time or another in our careers. So, Quinn, this particular iteration is Maker's Mark Bourbon out of Loretto, Kentucky, one of our favorite distilleries. Josh and I toured a couple years ago, and it was amazing. We love Maker's Mark. They are producing a lot of different iterations right now. This particular one, Quinn got at one of our local Air Force bases, which he is employed at, and he works there. He just got a promotion, I believe, to E7. Congratulations to you, Quinn. And so he saw this in the liquor store that's on the base. This is a members special select, all ranks by vets, for vets. So he saw it and he's like, I gotta pick up my buddy Joe.
It's not disrespectful for me to drink it, is it? Because I'm not a vet. You allow it because you're a vet.
I give you complete permission.
Get a blessing. Oh. I think I broke the chair. Fatty 2x4.
I have nothing to say for that.
I'm working on it.
If he falls suddenly, it's a faulty chair.
Yes.
So this particular one is Maker's Mark Private Selection release. This is the first release for this particular one. Quinn told us he bought a bottle for himself and he got one for me. The price, I'm guessing, is probably
60
to 80. Usually their private selections are kind of spendy. Thank you so much, Quinn, for this purchase, and he did not want any money. He said, "This is for you, buddy, for the show." So I really appreciate it. We really appreciate it. And from one vet to another, I salute you, brother. And he is still serving. I have retired. Hallelujah. This proof, it's coming in pretty hot. It's 108.6 proof. This date is March 2021. And it has the profile. The stave profile is 15121. Goes over the stuff.
Yeah.
It's just
nerdy
a lot to read. It is hand
select
staves.
The nose isn't. I feel like it would be more alcohol burn, but it's actually not bad.
Huh. Let's go in.
You know what I get on the nose? Peaches.
Really?
Yeah. Really heavy. Almost like syrupy peaches, not, like
a canned peach when
kind
you open
of,
it,
yes.
that syrup, that sweet syrup. Yep. Interesting.
But also kind of like a fresh peach. Like when you smell a fresh, fuzzy peach. Weird. I get that with weeded a lot. Yeah, I'm sure you can.
Let's see. We're big fans of most of Maker's Mark's.
The standard makers anymore
is our least favorite.
It's not bad. It's just
there's so much more out
is
there.
So good, and
the 46. So I'm excited about this one. There you go. I'll get you one after this tasting.
Now
Coke coming out. There you go. That's better.
Yeah, it's better for my liver.
Boy, there's that wheat. It's soft. We did some reviews with some Calumet Farms products that are rye in the mash bill instead of wheat,
harsh.
And they're
good, but harsh.
Yes, so I was looking forward to this one.
Yeah, it is so delicate smelling.
It is.
Isn't
Wheat
it?
is such a different animal. Good color. Typical Maker's Marks are around the 8 year. Yeah,
Sorry,
there is.
keep going.
There is a lot of orange.
8 year.
It's an 8-year. Typically, Makers is 7 to 8 years in the barrels. Now, with these special stave configurations, it might be a little bit more for months and stuff for how they get the profile that they selected for this Veterans Edition. Quinn was telling me this morning when we went over to the house to pick it up, from what he's gathering, it's going to be a yearly release, which will be kind of cool.
This is the first one,
This
right?
is the very first one.
That's
so
cool.
On the nose, there's that Maker's nose, but it's kind of softer. Where
It's very soft.
yeah, it's
But there's a lot going on. It's very like floral to me.
yeah.
Like I said, that fresh
some
fresh
orange.
peach, fresh orange peel, kind of like zest, I guess.
You know,
Not the
now-
bitterness, but like the zest.
Right now, you saying peach?
You kind of
It's
like
kind of
almost peach cobbler. I don't know. It's like a sweet, dark, like a deep peach to me.
yeah. Boy, that's
I get a lot. I get peach a lot with weeded.
with wheats, yeah,
Weeded.
easier thought than said.
Yeah, there's a big pathway here that doesn't connect all the time.
Gets stuck.
It does. It's on repeat. Yeah. I said, spit it out, boy. All right. I want to
Nice
taste it.
nose. There's something else in there.
All right, let's find it. Let's dig in, shall we?
Yes, we shall. You know, for such a high proof, it's not.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not as.
I feel like it would be
stingy
steamy
on the nose.
But I bet it's gonna be hot on the palate, though.
Yeah, maybe. Legs wise, it's pretty slow. So viscous wise, I think it's going to probably linger on the palate for a bit, which is nice as a bourbon enjoyer or a whiskey enjoyer. You want to kind of linger that palate after you do the old Kentucky Chew. When it hangs out a little bit, it's always more pleasant.
Let's say we try it.
I'm excited.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, everybody.
That's so funny. It's so distinctly Makers.
It is. But
That's
yeah,
got definitely. It's different, man.
it is
It's got
different.
some different stuff going on.
It's so smooth for a higher proof
I
compared
know.
to the rye
It's
whiskeys.
It is so smooth. Super citrusy. It almost feels like I'm drinking orange juice. Wow. A ton of citrus.
Yeah, there's a
Well, I'm not getting a whole lot of like vanillas and stuff.
There's a hint of vanilla, but it's really, you almost have to hunt for it. That citrus is dominant,
Yeah.
and in the right in the middle of your tongue is where that, for me, is where that alcohol is hitting.
Yeah.
That center strip
Like,
of your
yeah.
tongue, you've got the bitter notes on the side. Not a lot of bitter. The alcohol, that alcohol sting is popping up there and hitting the center of my tongue. I'm going to add a little water.
Now I'm getting a little bit of that dark chocolatiness too.
Yeah.
The fruit
I
and the
could
dark
see
chocolate.
that. There's definite fruit, stone fruit on there.
This next, see if you get, you'll probably get a
Now
little
that I've
hint of
added
dark
some
chocolate.
water.
A lot of times when I get the orange citrusiness, I get dark chocolate with it. Because
Yeah.
there's a bitter, because there's always a little bitter at the end, even with the weeded.
Right.
And I think that's where that kind of tastes like
That-
the little chunk of dark chocolate was in
Yeah.
my
Because that
mouth.
cocoa in the dark chocolate
Correct.
is bitter.
I like it better without water.
I agree with you. The water brought out a leather note.
A little more wood char almost.
Yep, some wood and leather where the stave profile that they're using, if it's the French oak stave or whatever type of stave profile they're using in there, it seemed to subdue that and bring out more of the the base Maker's product that's in there. Still good with water, but neat. I think you're getting the exposure to the particular stave profile that they're going for.
Could you imagine being there and being able to figure out what staves you want in the barrel?
Right. That would be amazing.
I know they got a Maker's one. They got one Maker. We already went over this, but that's crazy.
I just went over the numbers though.
Yeah, but the
below.
one they have the Maker's stave, 5 of the seared French Read that? Confit?
Yeah, it's like a French word, so it's
It's probably like conchicho.
Probably.
Baked American pure, toasted French spice, and then 2 roasted French Mediant.
Huh. Yeah, so they have...
So they know the flavors, and I guess they just they put a stave, that many staves in that barrel.
So this has how many staves in it? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 10 staves, which with the Maker's 46 has 10, I believe it's 10 French oak staves.
Right. And it's 46 because it was the 46th time they tried it. That's the one they wanted.
Right. And it's fascinating. If you go to the distillery, you go into the Maker's cave, which is where the 46 is aged. And on to the right, when you walk through the door on the right side, is the processing part for Maker's 46. And they actually open the top of the barrels, and there is a tube that goes through the center of the barrel, and the staves have holes in them, and they place the staves through the holes. The tube goes through the hole in the staves, and that's how they keep those staves center of the barrel, so they just don't, fall over inside the barrel. Crazy. And then they roll them, and then they age them for the remainder months to achieve that flavor profile.
Think of next, man.
It's crazy.
For our drinking pleasure. Thank you.
All for ours and yours. If you happen to be a veteran or you know a veteran, and you can get on to the bases, Air Force, Navy, Marine Corps bases, all the bases have liquor stores on them, because if y'all don't know this, I'm going to impart a little wisdom and knowledge. Military members like to drink.
What?
Yeah.
I thought you guys just sat around reading your Bibles.
No. They drink. And being a Navy guy, we get the worst rap because I don't know why, but anyway. On the military bases, that's it. That's it. We do like to drink. So it is on the military bases nationwide. It probably is worldwide, I'm guessing, because I could buy American whiskey when I was over in foreign areas throughout the years, which was nice because you could go into your liquor store on your base if you're in a foreign country and have some good old American whiskey, which was always greatly appreciated. Good whiskey.
Yeah, I think it's really
nice
good.
whiskey.
If you have someone that can get it for you, or you can get it, I'd say pick it up.
Yeah, it's definitely different than the standard makers. It's different than the 46, different than the 101.
It's good.
It's probably in that profile. I haven't tried any of the other select iterations. It's just one of them. This one just happens to be a veteran selection and put out only for vets on Air Force and military bases nationwide.
Yeah.
Price, we don't know, but we did kind of guess where it is. If it's
60 to 80 probably.
Yeah. If it's with the rest of the special iterations, it's going to be in that price point. So another huge shout out to our friend Quinn.
Thank you
for purchasing it for us for the show. He also, coming at you here in the future, y'all are going to get a chance to see who this fella is and what he looks like. He, in the lottery last year, won a bottle of Van Winkle Rye. It actually wasn't the rye. It was the Pappy Van Winkle 15 year, but in transit, supposedly, conspiracy, that bottle got broken. And so they emailed him and said, well, we're sorry to tell you that your 15-year Pappy Van Winkle, for suggested retail of $115, got broken, but we do have something that isn't ever listed for our state in our warehouse. It happens to be Van Winkle 13-year rye. We'd be happy to give you that one in its place, and you can pay the same amount of money because that's how much they cost, about $115 suggested retail. And he's like, well, I guess I'm going to take that then. I don't get the 15-year, which we would have been doing a review. So we're going to do a review of that Van Winkle rye coming up here, hopefully soon. You all will get it sometime in the future. But he'll be on the show with us.
The program.
as the donator for us to try it. And he hasn't cracked it yet, and he's been sitting on it for a year.
Yeah.
That's pretty admirable.
Yeah.
That's that military intestinal fortitude right there. Big words. But jumping back to the makers, good whiskey. If you can get it, I would recommend it.
Yeah, for sure.
All the makers have such neat whiskeys that they're producing nowadays. They're really getting kind of involved in these new flavors and letting people pick out barrel profiles and the barrel select programs and stuff. So with that, I'd recommend it.
Yeah, for sure.
If you can get it, grab them and then shoot some comments. Remember to hit that thumbs up button if you've enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. Anything else to add?
Nope. It's good.
Good whiskey as it sits. There's some brown sugar starting to surface. So slow down, enjoy those whiskeys, and you'll see them change as you enjoy them. As always, enjoy your whiskeys and bourbons
Any way you like.
Cheers, everybody. Cheers.